don't know what's going on with my microphone. It's being really weird. Okay, now it is. Now it is. Now. Okay, we're good. We're ready. Okay, I think we're good now. Oh my God. And Audacity opened. I don't need Audacity opened. I just need. I'm. Oh, no, no, I don't want the loading music again. There we go. I just want the Sims music. Just. Okay, let's restart it from the beginning. There we go. We good. Can disable this. Okay. I think we're good now. We're good. I'm gonna let people know that we've gone live. I'm so sorry for the delay. There was just a lot going wrong for whatever reason. But now I think we're good. Just gonna let people know we've gone live. Also, for some reason, my Bluetooth headphones aren't turning on. They might be out of juice or something. I don't know. Gotta get that ready, but I'll let everyone know. Okay. There we go. And then, okay, just let my Twitter know. And then I'm also going to let like a Discord I'm in know. There we go. Okay. We're done. We're good. Let's get started. Oh my God. That was a mess. But I think we're good. I'm going to get chat ready. Let's turn this off for now. Okay. Sweep off the dirt. Okay. All right. How are we looking camera-wise? Not ideal, but we can fix it up. Okay. I'm going to back up these failures real quick, and I'm going to shrink this down. just gonna move aside real quick. Let's focus on these lovely little cars. I'm going to switch to 4K. By the way, guys, every so often, I'm going to switch up the film quality. So if the screen goes black, don't worry, that's me. Okay, lightness looks good, so let's begin. Hey, yo, welcome to the Uncle Show, where today I'm looking at more metal Cardbots, and these are two really schnazzy ones. These are the Metal Cardbots W, Blue Cop, and I forget his name, Blastline, I think is his name. Yeah, Blastline, Bluleon, I think. So, this is the first ever Metal Cardbots combiner. Yes, they introduced one. So the interesting thing is, apparently they actually took their time introducing a Cardbot to a combiner to Metal Cardbots. Apparently they wanted to introduce one early on, but they waited until season 3. Apparently because they wanted to get it just right, and I've played with this thing already, and they got it right. And we got them right here, and we'll look at Blue Cop first. So we'll put Bluleon aside. Now then, if you don't remember what Metal Cardbots is, it's a series of transforming toy robots from Korea. They've garnered a lot of notoriety as essentially the best competitors to Transformers in years. And yeah, these are them. So we're going to look at both of them. First up, we got here Blue Cop. We got Blue Cop here, or Blue Cop W as he's called. Hey Nathan. So, know Blue Cop before. This is very, very similar to the last Blue Cop I looked at, which was Blue Cop S. There are some differences. You got these tabs here. Those are going to be important later, and tabs here. He has a lot more gold this time around, which I actually quite like. I actually do dig the gold. Oh, the connections aren't as stable. Yeah, but you know, if you know Blue Cop, you know he's done here. Feet a little more obvious, but not too bad. So, yep, car mode. Of course, you got the signature Cardbot eyes. By the way, we're rolling really well. By the way, we're starting these off in vehicle mode because the instructions actually tell you to transform these from vehicle mode to robot, and then from robot mode to combined form. Here are the instructions, which are obviously in Korean, so we will work with these in a bit. Anyhow. Yeah, very similar to the last one I looked at. Not bad. Okay, it's enough there. Actually, something else is there it is. Before anything, I'm gonna get my cooler for my. I'm gonna get my cooler ready for my little thingy. My little thing. So, case in point, I'm lagging here, man. I'm lagging? It's fine if the stream's lagging a little bit. That's fine. I'll still be able to answer questions as long as I can see chat, and as long as the quality comes in fine. In fact, someone tell me, is the stream in 1080p? Because I had a problem with that. Also, I'm using a different web camera for today. I think the colors are a lot better, and also the colors are a lot better. It's in higher quality, but obviously, as you can kind of see, the motion detection isn't quite as good, although not bad, not bad. But it's something that some people are going to be, I imagine some people are going to be a little bit bothered by. I'm also going to boot up Audacity for the transformation audio, so let me check something real quick. Testing, testing, 2, 3, testing. Good enough. Okay, so I'm gonna use that for whenever we transform these things. Oh, thank God, 1080p is on. Okay, so why don't we just dive right into the transformation? I do have the instructions because I haven't done this one quite as much, so we just want to be oh so very careful. I'm gonna leave the instructions here. And let's get you a little bit more centered, huh, Blue Cop? Okay, so for the transformation, we're going to put the feet down. And there are some tabs on the bottom there. We will connect those. And then we're going to take the head up, and you can already see the combiner head, which we will be utilizing later. You open the doors. Slight complaint about metal Cardbots, actually. Paint scars. From what I've heard, the Chinese versions have different paint. I don't know if the paint is necessarily better or worse, but still, something I should comment on. Okay, we tilt the arms up. Let me zoom out, actually. Oh, that's so much better. Good. Okay. All right, then how else do we do this? I need to make sure I do. And I got to make sure we get these right too. Yeah, it's slightly more complex than the blue cop figure I looked at before. And we just take this out. We take that down and we bring that around. Definitely gonna, in fact, why don't I look right now, make sure we're on the right track here. So we got our arms, and these arms are very interesting. They kind of, I think they go a little bit, let me check. I also got to check the legs, make sure. I just want to make sure I'm doing everything right, you know. So we can bring the knee pads back up. We can start rotating these around. And then, yeah. And then we can bring these down. Disconnect that. Bring down the skirt. His head, let's hide his combiner head away because that doesn't come into play until much later. Go. Oh, and then let's see what else. What else do we need? There's something else we need to do for the arms. I'm just not entirely sure what. I think you can just readjust these however you want. So I'm gonna do it like that because that seems the most natural to me. Although no, there we go. And there we go. And there we go. That is metal. Just gonna switch this around. Black screen's going to come on a bit. So that is the base form of Blue Cop S. And I gotta say, he does Someone has informed me actually that. Okay, there we go. Blue cop W, blue cop S. And no sound. Wait, what? What do you mean no sound, Shike? What do you mean? What do you mean no sound? Like, there's no sound coming out of the, hold on, Shike. Oh shoot. Back on? Weird. I wonder what happened. Oh, also got up. This for now. Okay, pause that for now. So here they are next to each other, and immediately there is a big difference between the blue cops. It was off for a minute. Weird. Okay, so the main thing is, for one, there's a lot more. Or actually, I am gonna switch back to 4K for this one. It really doesn't like it when I change from 4K from 1080p to 4K now, does it? I gotta deactivate and reactivate every so often, which is annoying. There you go. So there you go. There are the two blue cops right next to each other, and immediately there's a major difference. So the blue cop S is a good figure, but W just looks is just a lot bigger. He looks more impressive. He's got some chrome paint every so often. He looks a lot stronger. He's bigger. Feels a lot more solid too, which is funny because these are the same prices. And also, as you can see, kibble management is like we went from that to that. That's impressive. Now that I will say there. I do miss the guns, the little handguns that go at the side. That is something I do miss. But it's a minor thing. Okay, so let's get some let's do some articulation real quick. Let's do some quick little articulation tests, because this guy is actually significantly different than Blue Cop W, actually. Blue Cop S, I mean. So, ball jointed head, and it's a really nice head. Lots of maneuverability. Then shoulders, you saw before, they're kind of adjustable, so you could get a little bit of shrug action in if you want. And of course, these shoulder blades rotate. For the sake of this test, I'm going to keep these pretty far extended out, just to kind of keep demonstrating. Arms, full rotation of arms, and then elbows go 90, and yeah, there's still plenty of ratchet joints. And then you have rotation at the, what part of that is? The bicep, I think? Yeah, bicep. You got some rotation at the bicep. Unfortunately, still no forearm swivel, which was something the first Blue Cop figure had, but not this one. It makes sense. I get it. But this kind of makes it up a little bit. And it doesn't have this. It doesn't want to turn its hair. So, yeah, so I don't know what's going on. Now, there is a big downgrade. There is no waist swivel whatsoever, which is something, Blue Cop S had. So I reckon that's for stability on the combiner, though. That's what I think is going on, which that's fair. But you do get a new bit of articulation, and that's kind of nuts. You get a arching back and a ab crunch, which is pretty damn impressive. So that is actually really cool. I think that's a good trade-off. You get you trade one bit of articulation for something else. And then the skirts, naturally, even the skirts kind of feel like they're on like a softer ratchet. You know, perfect splits. That is really cool. And then there is rotation at the knee. And the knee bends back that far, although, as always, you can rotate that for a little bit more, not a crazy amount. And then you can also rotate this around, if you so need it. No ankle pivots at all, just at all. There you go. So articulation is very similar to Blue Cop S, but it kind of feels a little bit more open, which I like. I like that the articulation is a lot more open. In fact, let's get the usual in. Let's do a quick little my stupid little dab test. I do, however, still really wish we got some kind of like thigh upper arm rotation, because for now that's unfortunately the best sort of dab we can get right now, which is a shame because it wants to do more. It really wants to do more, but unfortunately, it's still not necessarily ideal, which is a shame. How are we doing, chat? Chat, we doing well? So yeah. WSG, Uncas? What's WSG? I don't know what that means. What's going on here? Come on. Oh, El Gato. Oh, what's good? Just messing around with a metal Cardbot. The metal Cardbot Blue Cop S kind of combiner, or Grand Blue Line as it's called. And right now I'm doing my silly little dab test with him. Unfortunately, he has no waist swivel and no forearm rotation still, which is a massive bummer. But you can still get some things in. And it's not impossible. In fact, ow! Oh, I caught my finger in there. Mother. But you can still do some cool things. Like, I imagine this guy is flexible enough. It is big enough that you might be able to get a one-legged stance in Actually, I take that back. That is the problem. That is the one thing with metal Cardbots. They're heavy, and that is cool, but also they are very, very, very sort of imbalanced as a result. Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, I think the articulation, there's still a lot to offer, and besides, I know what this guy does later, so I'm willing to forgive the sins a little bit, because this is going to be a pretty important bit for the combination later. Or like it's the torso, like you. Oh, and you kind of have to have a solid connection at the torso if you want your big, funny, combining robot to work properly. Let's move on to the accessories now. Let me get... So... Oh, no, my hand's fine. I've had this happen plenty of times. You just got to give it a moment. Okay, so there we go. How's quality? Are we in 4K? Yes, we are. So, excellent. We will get the 4K resolution in. And, all right, record. Accessories. So, let's get the accessories for this guy. Let's get the metal card, which, oh man, let's get some autofocus in. Oh man, this is probably like one of the most ridiculously oversized metal cards around. So, take that off, and you got so much with this one this time around. So, you get a really nice chest piece that I can't remember for the life of me how to put on. Where did it go? Was it on his dick? Hold on. I got an idea. Menu! No, it does go on his chest. It just, I just don't remember how to get it in. There's some sort of magic way to get it on, I'm sure. Looking right now. Oh, I'm an idiot. So, actually what you're supposed to do is get it on here, onto this piece, and these become little shoulder guns for him that you just kind of tab in like that. And then for this, rent paid, said Shuffy. Thank you. I will remember that so that we can so that you can feature your super chat, because remember guys, all super chats are featured in the video. And then for this, we just, and then we get the arm on. And if I remember right, it goes on like this. You just kind of click it in. And there you go. Big, redonkulous hand. So, you got a claw grip, you got a ball jointed thumb, and of course, you got this opening mouth with a big gun. Hell yeah, what a cool bit of accessories. And of course, you know, you got these, which are really cool. Are those 5mm pegs? I just thought of something. Bear with me. Bear with me, I've got it. I want to test something. Where are my... let me get like a random blast effect. Just anyone. There we go. A nice... no, that's not 5mm compatible. Boo! Oh well, it's a different company, different logic, whatever. All right. So that is really cool. So definitely a substantial upgrade from the first metal Cardbot. Overheating, but that's okay. It does kind of remind me of Metal Gear Atmon actually, with the blue wolf and like the guns. A little bit. Okay, so let's let my camera. Well, let's let my camera get. And then let's transform. Flip horizontal. There we go. But now we're on the wrong side. There we go. Okay, there I am. How y'all doing? Testing out a new webcam that was gifted for me by my wife for our wedding anniversary. So all well and good. We're gonna let the camera cool off for a moment. So, and while we look at this, so yeah, very nice, very chunkable robot. Very, very cool. And still crazy to me that this is the there's like a stress mark or something. All right, I don't know. Very crazy to me that these are, you know, in the same class technically as something like Deluxe Sure Shot, which is insane. Very, very cool figure. I'm going to take this off for now just because it might weigh down on the joints. I mean, they're strong ratchet joints. They're strong. Weighty, but strong. So, yeah. My one bummer with this, I wish these could connect to the car mode in some way. Just because it'd be cool to have like a car, you know, blasting the guns, but whatever. Still, really nice figure. Such a good size too. I'm still waiting for Zed Garurumon and Victory Greymon to make their own version of Omnimon. Yeah, I would love. Yeah, I do love. I want to get a model kit of Omnimon at some point because I love that design. I am sometimes tempted by that one giant one. I forgot what the name of it is, but it's like huge. It's going to dub it into English. It's going to be a lot bigger. Yeah, and make it an English dub that's not done by like some people working at McDonald's over in Singapore. Because that's a big problem with a lot of Singapore dubbing. A lot of Singapore dubbing just, they get like a lot of like not very good actors. There are exceptions though, but it's a big time problem. But I do think Metal Cardbot has a ton of potential, and I think Takara have taken notice because I don't know if you guys have seen their new like Wild King toys, but the Wild King toys, some of the newer ones they're doing, is not the fall off from the design philosophy of Metal Cardbot. I think a lot of them are. I think Takara is starting to take notice, which is good because we want innovation, we want new things, and it's kind of frustrating because the Takara side of the company, you know, a lot of them are coming up with some really cool stuff, like the Transformers Overgear line. That's really cool. Missing Link has been killing it lately. Like, what else? Wild King looks like a good bit of fun, but like, you know, the Hasbro side of things, and which is like the main line, kind of important line. It's been kind of it's been kind of ho-hum recently. There's some cool stuff coming out. I'm excited to get that Bruticus. I'm really excited to get that. And I am going to stream the whole Bruticus set when that's done and finished. So, oh god, the prices. Yeah, but like in recording devices. Microphone, Realtek audio. That is what I want. There we go. Okay. Okay. Let me know if it disables it, if it craps itself again, guys. Just let me know. Anyhow, let me see how are we doing in terms of temperature now. Let's see here. 4 bars. That's fine. That'll be fine for now. I just want to get some footage of this thing in action. Okay, so the next segment of the combiner is Bluleon, and holy shit, this thing is huge. Like, look at the size of this thing. And, oh god, this thing feels so cool. This is it's kind of funny. The big comparison people have for metal Cardbots is Cybertron. And yeah, I can see that. This is definitely the most Cybertron-esque vehicle, mostly because, you know, Optimus turned into a truck there. The other thing also, we also have a rotating ladder. Oh, just be careful not to disconnect it, but that is so cool. It doesn't turn around, unfortunately, but you know what? You get what you get. Oh, and I love, again, I really like the faces on these guys. Something about them really fits. I saw a video online, I saw an image online, some asshole painted the eyes, like just painted up all the eyes so that they're just jet black, and it looks awful. It's like, no, you need the eyes. They add the personality. I had this giant Starscream one. It was half my size. Oh, the Supreme class Starscream. I know that one. He was a big fella. Okay. So, the only downside with this is obviously you can see some of the robot bits, but I don't think it's that big of an issue. This thing is just so cool and feels so good. I'm sorry. Just stuff like that is fun. Big toys are fun. Okay. Okay. Oh, one other thing. One quick little complaint. So, they give you these bits with them, which are obviously like the accessory for the combiner. There is a way to store them in the truck. But I'm not going to do that. These things are chromed out as shit. It would scratch it off. No. I'd rather parts form. I don't... I appreciate giving us some storage, but I don't want storage that's going to damage my shit. Anyways, let me get the next manual ready. Actually, let me get the next two, because they give you two different manuals for combiner mode and vehicle mode, which is pretty nice. So, oh no, I made a mistake. You can also store it on the back of the truck, but still, no. Yeah, no, you still store it inside the truck for the chroming. No, like, I don't know if you can see that. No, I'm not doing that. Chrome, it's gonna scratch off, brother. All right, so transformation. Let's see how quickly we can do this before the camera overheats again. Actually, let's give it a little bit. Let's give it a little bit more time before we. Let's give it a little bit more time before we transform it. Just because this one's transformation, I remember, was a little bit more complex. So while we wait, let's do a little bit of let's chat. Let's chit chat like a family. Any questions, any comments, anything you guys want to say while we're waiting? Oh, I always love bots that store other bots in them. No, I love that stuff. Some of my favorite Transformers are like the Titans Return. One of my favorite Transformers line is the Titans Return ones. I love that gimmick, and I also just love a lot of the figures in that line. Titans Return is a really interesting line. Just it's hard to describe, but it's very like its own unique beast. Like as soon as you have a Titans Return figure, you know it's Titans Return. You should try out a really old Gunpla. Yeah, no, I want to. I've been thinking of getting some of the other like older ones. Like I really want actually like some of the older I really want to try out some of the older Gunpla lines, like some of the ones from the 90s or early 2000s. I'd love, just because I do have an appreciation for old toys. Like you guys saw my RX-78 stream. I really enjoyed building that guy and kind of messing with him. And obviously, now obviously some of the older ones, you gotta get the glue. You gotta get the glue and all that, but still. And of course, a lot of the older ones you gotta paint yourself, but they're still a charm. Gelgu, also no screws or ABS in it. It's just kind of neat. Yeah. I find it interesting that some of the older kits needed screws, which that's just unheard of today. Is it grape juice? No, it's Tropical Punch Kool-Aid. You know what's weird is when I poured out some out into some ice because I thought it was gonna be because I needed a refreshing drink. I wasn't ready for it to be blue. It's just like laundry detergent blue. You know what I mean. But yeah, I do want to get some of the older kits because you know me, I love old toys. I got some G1 Transformers up there, some very cumbersome ones, but I'd love to get some of the older ones. It's just all about like pricing. Like right now, I'm actually not buying any figures for myself for May. The only figure I bought was a Q Pocket Kagome Kagame for my wife as part 2 of an anniversary gift. Part 1 was like I got her a new office chair because she really wanted that. The screws ain't bad, just need a good quality screwdriver, a bigger one than you'd expect. I got a big ass one, so I am good. I heard about Kool-Aid. We don't get it here. You're not missing much. Kool-Aid, if you have any kind of flavored drink mix, Kool-Aid, Flavor Aid, they're all identical. A lot of it's mostly sugar and whatever sweeteners. It's just, my wife and I, we really wanted some drinks and stuff that wasn't overly like sugary, and we saw Kool-Aid was like actually relatively low calories, so we're like, okay, let's get some Kool-Aid. We got grape, cherry, and tropical punch. She hates cherry. She hated the tropical punch. The only one she could tolerate was the grape, and I fucking hate grape flavored drinks. I'm fine with, I love grapes, but grape flavored things taste very weird to me. It tastes fake no matter what. Inuyasha, yes. The other one also is yeah, like I know there are some people that also like, oh, I can't stand the taste of you know, cherry flavored things. I don't mind the like cherry flavor. Just fake grape just has a weird taste to me that I just don't like. Every single joint has a screw in it. Wow. Whole lot of screwing. I could probably show it to you on Discord if you'd like. Yeah, send me a picture. Grape juice has always been my second favorite drink after water. Good on ya. I just can't get into a lot of grape flavored stuff. I couldn't tell you why. Okay, so I think camera's significantly cooled down. Transformation. So, oh, actually, no, hold on. Are we in 4K? Let me just make sure we're in 4K. Yes, we are. Transformation. So, how the crap do we do this? Well, first off, I know for a fact we got to take this bit off, and I think you get this by, yeah, just kind of maneuvering it. Just be a little bit careful. This is actually a very interesting bit of parts forming later. You'll see how. So then, I'm just going to keep the manual on my side, on me persons. So, actually no. We're going to put you here, disconnect you, because these, how did it go? Yeah, so these, the arms are inside, and you just kind of have to rotate that, and then that's fist the first. Can you rotate the fists? Yeah, but that's wrong. Kind of annoying that the side with the screws is the one visible, but whatever. And then second verse, same as the first. Okay, rotate that around. Good. And then we can flick these down. Let me just make sure we're on the right track. Yeah, we are, hombres. So, move these aside. Because, let me get this. Now then, this whole thing, this is an interesting assembly. So, bear with me. How did it go? I'm trying to remember how this whole assembly, oh, yep, just like that. That's one done. And then you just get that butt off. Oh, that wasn't healthy. No, sir, that wasn't healthy. Okay, and then we just rotate these bits in. And we'll put those aside again for now. There's a lot of parts forming in this, but it'll be worth it, trust me. And then the feet, we just, it's kind of funny. This has 2 sets of feet. Okay, disconnect that. And then, well, there goes my my camera cooler. Oopsies. Oopsies. Let's get that back on. Where are you? There you go. Okay. And then we just, I think he just clicked that out. And then what else was there? There was, oh, right. I believe one of these parts. Yeah, you rotate out the legs. Okay, we're good on cooling right now. And then you get the head out somehow. Well, I think I managed to. All right. So there is another thing we got to do here. I just can't remember what. Unless that's it. Hold on. We got to make sure the arms are, let me make sure the arms are correct. No, so for the arms, here we go, I think. Rotate these out, bring them down, and then there should be, and then I think it's just like that, actually. Okay. And then we bring these back. So again, parts forming, but if you got to do parts forming, make it interesting, because this at least is kind of fun. And there is that satisfying kerchunk as you're doing stuff, you know? Okay, and then we attach the skirts, wheels outward like. Let me just make sure. Oh, almost forgot. You gotta rotate the knees upward a bit more. Or almost forgot about that. Like very interesting, very, very crazy design. Okay, and then we just stick that in. Clickety clack. And there we go. Oh, and I've got to readjust this beast. Oh, this is. I'm just going to check something. Are the screw holes meant to be visible? Yes, they are. Again, a little annoying, but it's not the worst. But, oh. But, oh, this guy. Oh, this fella. So this thing looks awesome. I'm going to switch to 1080p for now. I'm going to switch back to 1080p now just because I want to save on camera cooling. There we go. So let's admire this thing for now, because, yeah, that looks so cool. So I can only describe this as like a mixture of Optimus Prime from Cybertron and also Hot Rod. And let me tell you. Okay, there we go. So yeah, I love this design. And it's kind of funny because right now in Korea, this guy's actually, unfortunately, kind of a pain to pick up right now because everybody wants him. He's actually really hard to find, especially because for the combiner mode. As a result, this guy actually commands surprisingly high prices on basically every Korean website I've gone on to. Kind of annoying, but whatever. Okay, so let's do a really quick bit of mucking around with the articulation while we can. So just kind of gonna mess around with the articulation real quick. So once again, you get a really nice ball jointed head with a lot of range of movements. Full rotation at the arms, although, you know, just rotate these, you'll be fine. You can disconnect that if you want a little bit of more movement. The shoulder pads rotate. So you could, in theory, get like a T-pose, but you gotta kind of maneuver things around. There is rotation at the forearm. Imagine that. You do get some arm movement, not the most amount but it does at least go 90. Wrist swivel, in fact, no, I think and actually a little bit more, like you almost got sword wielding wrists right there. Crazy. Absolutely. Oh, absolutely crazy. See? And of course, this gun can move up and down too. You got a little bit of titty flex. You do actually have waist rotation, but you get, now I remember, you got to get all the skirt flaps up before you can use it. It's very peculiar, but I suppose that's for stability reasons. You can move these little flaps around. You can get a perfect spread if you want. Oh man, those ratchets. Rotation at the thigh. Double bend at the knee, kind of. Some little dirt marks. Ugh. Again, I don't think this is the highest quality paint. And then there is ankle tilted, really crazy ankle tilted. So that's nice. And toe bend too. Really, really good stuff. Oh, this is such a good set, man. And we haven't even gotten to the combiner yet. I'm going to switch to 1080p while I try and get this guy into a dabbing position. Because y'all know me. Y'all know me. So let's just do that really quick. There we go. That's better. I gotta, you know me. I gotta do the dab. It's traditional at this point. I was going to use the arm a little bit more, but I think it might be best if I just, yeah. And yeah, that works. Hey, nice. Okay. Well, let's switch back to 1080p again. Do a quick little shot, and then there we go, looking good. Let me get his card actually. Where'd I put it? Where the crap did I put it? There it is. Oh, wait a minute. I almost forgot something. So this guy's card is very similar. You just take it off and you got another little fist joint. And this one has a sword. Very cool. As for how you get it on, that's kind of the interesting part. So, and I think it's the same port too, which is interesting. So it's actually a lot different compared to the first time around. So, compared to Blue Cop. What you gotta do actually is take off the arm, and then you have this little adapter piece here. And then that just kind of clips on like that. Oh, but they were actually pretty smart in realizing, hey, we don't want people to lose their arm piece. So what they did is quite clever, where, if I can remember how you do it, how does this go? It goes on here. Hold on. Manual. Yeah. So. Yeah, you just kind of connect it somewhere. I just have no idea where you connect it to. There is a way. There is a way. Wait, are these? Oh, the legs are on backwards. Has this guy been backwards the whole time? Well, they're supposed to connect in on. They're supposed to connect in on here, but I have the. So wait, which side is the front then? And the camera died. You know what? Let's use that as an opportunity to get this guy into the right position. So let me check his. Yeah, it is backwards. So yeah, yes, because the way the combining is going to work later. The front and the back are both made to resemble, you know, proper physical crotches. So there we go. Nice, easy fix. Sorry if I haven't. Okay, click it on, click every trip. We'll attach the wings back on. And then you just attach it to the bottom like that. Yeah, no, it's huge. Look at this thing. Oh yeah, that's peak. That's actually quite more forward thinking. Why I keep using overheat? I'll explain in a bit. Holy fuck, that's huge. It's almost as a Gundam perfect grade. Holy shit. Yeah, no, this thing is massive. It is the biggest. It is one of the biggest metal Cardbots I own. So yeah. In fact, why don't I get some of my other metal Cardbots for a bit of size comparison? And I don't have that many, but you know, I imagine some people will like that. And plus, I want to do some photography for the for these guys on their own before we get into a little bit of before we get to the good shit. Oh, I'm also going to need the combiner instructions too. So the only other metal Cardbots I have are Taki, metal Cardbot S, and of course Blast Train here. Ooh, I love your Blast Train. Love Taki. These figures have been so good. And okay, so there we go. So yeah, just to kind of give you an idea. Oh my God, so Blast Train is a bit bulkier, which makes sense. Just for like the type of robot Blast Train is, but holy shit, that's still pretty nutty. So we're gonna switch to photography mode now. Oh, so with photography, we're a little less concerned about although what do I need? Ew, I don't want black and white. Gross. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Sure, bold. Ugh. Image quality. L. Oh, L is actually highest quality. What's that? Okay, aspect ratio. Gross. How much that on CM? I don't know. How much was it? He is definitely the most expensive metal carbot I have so far. The complete set for both was about $250. This guy's in theory supposed to go for $70, but he's being scalped to hell and back even in Korea. Cause you know, Blue Cop, he's the main character, so naturally they're gonna make a lot of figures of him. But with this guy, they I think they didn't make enough of him, so yeah, unfortunately. That does mean he's fucked. So yeah, let's take some photos real quick. So click. All right. And then I'm actually gonna take this arm off for now. Don't need it yet. Keyword being yet. And I'm gonna put his regular arm back on for now. So yeah. Let's get a shot of all my Cardbots in, which is, so we got Blue Cop, we got Hockey, and we got Blue Cop S. So there we go. Also, yeah, show how tall these guys are. Click. Oh my, deep fried. Yeah. Yeah, no kidding. That one filter was just like, oh, my eyes. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Bring it down. Yeah, no, and then I know one of the. Oh, my wallet is quivering in fear. Yeah, it's unfortunate because, like, right now, bizarrely, the best place to kind of pick it up is sadly, for me right now, on eBay. I tried to find it on some kind of decent Korean proxy. I already have not the greatest experience with Korean proxy services. But yeah, unfortunately, you might have to if you want to get these ones, which sucks because these are because this is a really good set. You guys are gonna see the combiner mode later, and it's gonna blow your mind. But yeah. Let's get like a cool action pose in. Okay. Bye, but that's a gamble and a half. Also, the unfortunate thing about using Bai is that is if they have Metal Cardbots. From what I've heard, Metal Cardbot has not properly released in Japan yet. I could be wrong on that, though. Let's do something a little bit silly, but cute. Can he carry him on his arm? This is a terrible idea, and I do not recommend doing this. Oh, maybe. Just about. I need to learn where you buy this stuff. eBay. I'm just gonna let you know that now. Most of it is eBay or AliExpress. Wait, no, that's not what I want. I wanted a camera. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. That's basically it. You gotta do your research first. Yeah, that is ultimately what it comes down to. To also just a little bit of research. And I really wish this guy's arms were more posable, man. I really wish. I'm going to get one more shot in with both of these fine gentlemen, and then we'll start the final one. Sassy. Had on eBay for a while. Yeah, with Kenny Jacko post. Which one, Blue Cop or this guy? Because this guy might actually wait. Blue Cop might be able to do Jacko. Let me take off the armor though, just in case, because we're gonna need that later, anyways. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Blue Cop might actually be able to do the Jacko. Kind of. I'm going to switch back to video for now. What the fuck? Whoa, 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 whoa. What the hell is this? Elgato died on me. Let me restore it to its natural splendor. What happened to all the colors, man? Okay, hold on. Did I? Ugh. How do I fix this? That looks better. There we go. That's better. Yeah, unfortunately, that's as far down as he can throw it back in Act 4. I'll for this guy. Although, what we could do is a little bit of pelvic thrust action. Hee hee. All right, let's get serious. Let's actually start to transform this guy into the combiner, because ooh baby, it is time. Oh baby, it is time. Okay, we're gonna do Blue Cop first. Let me make sure I got the right manual. Yep, I got the right manual. We already took off all the junk, so. Okay, let's give myself a lot of space, switch to autofocus for now. Okay. gaping asshole standpoint like a few Gundam type hosts. The real question buys them on. Okay, so I'm gonna move in a lot more. Zoom out. That should be good. That's as centered as we're gonna get. So let me do this. Let me get Audacity set up. Oh God, we're probably gonna. Oh, why am I recording all this? Yeah. Combination sequence. Okay. Are we in 4K? Oh, actually, before we do, shit. I'm actually almost out of room on my camera. Give me a second, gentlemen. I need to go through my camera and delete some footage. Okay, that I all have. Okay. This is stuff I all have backed up. This is stuff I all have backed up already, so we are good. Oh, look, there's me in my Ferrari shirt. And, oh, there's a future review right there. Again, all the footage has already been backed up, so we're good. Yep, that footage has definitely been backed up. Piece of shit. Ugh. S&P mic gain. I really wanted to like that figure, but ugh, it's so bad. Figure, kit, whatever. And there's the real great Gal Gaigar. I'm working on that review right now, so. Hey, yo. You should have been there. It was a fun stream, actually, messing around with the Rocket Toy Sonata. Okay, I think we're good. We should be more than good now with the. Okay, we just gotta work quick. Combination sequence. Let's do the combination sequence. Let's do this. So, okay, for this guy. What do we want to do? We want to twist the arms around so that these bits are on the back, like so. And then we flick this part up and bring out the head out of his ass, which is really funny. And then we want to turn this upward, which looks like a little bit of an anal prolapse. Lovely. Straighten these arms out, and then we're... Yeah, sorry if you're going to see me looking at the manual a lot, but this is actually an interesting, very interesting thing. So we're going to turn these skirts up. We're going to get the arms perfectly straight downward. And rotate these up. Up. I don't know if you can hear that. Someone's being an asshole and mowing their lawn right now while I am recording. Very cool. Get the head in there. Get in there. Let me just make sure. And then we just kind of tilt this up. Let me make sure that it can get in okay. Hold on. No, it should be able to. Let me stop recording just for a second. I want to make sure. If we can't get this sucker in, that's going to be a problem. Get in there. Looks like it should be able to rotate a lot more, but really doesn't. Ah, there we go. Got it. You just need a little bit. Got it. You just need a little bit more elbow grease. Tilt that down. And then you bring this around and, whoa, and already it's kind of hilarious because we got a bit of the gur walk going. We got a gur walk, guys. And then we do, and then what next? We good. Okay, we're good. Spread this out. And then you rotate this forward. All right, we'll bring the camera down. Why does my mic keep cutting out this stream? I really don't understand what's going on with my microphone. I am so... There we go. There we go. All right, so back to business. Okay, and then we're gonna take these parts up. Take these parts up, and then rotate the feet inward. So, such a crazy transformation. You would not believe it. Bring them back down, and then make sure everything's kind of rotated up here. Nice and straight. Bring out the doors. I might be mistaken there, but and then angle this up somewhat. Then we're gonna take the shield off from here, rotate this part down, and extend the guns out. Prep yourself. This is one hell of a combination. And then you connect this part in, and I'm trying to remember how you do that. Oh, that's right. It's so crazy. You connect it into the arms like that. Then you don't drop the manual on the ground like me. And then you just bring this whole assembly down like this. And there are these little tabs on the arms you got to connect into. Oh, there we go. We're good. And then, even more so, there are these little arms you bring out. You straighten out like so. There we go. Let's rotate the head up a bit more. Okay, and that is the first part done. And we're just getting started. Holy shit. But we holy shit. So then we're gonna stop recording for now, actually, because again, we're getting a little bit toasty. Little bit toasty. Yeah. By the way, I'm sorry for my camera overheating. It's just how it's built, and it's just how it be. If I had, so we're gonna turn off the camera and have a little bit more of ourselves a little bit more of like just kind of a chilling in the meantime. What is going on outside? Are you guys able to hear that? There's a whole lot of something going out there. I might as well tell you guys actually what are some of my plans actually for some upcoming streams. So next week is the 19th. So next week I'm gonna be doing a live stream. I'm gonna be kind of building a model kit throughout the week. Next week, I'm gonna be building the Bondi SMP. Okay, I messed around with some settings a bit. Maybe that'll work, hopefully. Let me know if it dies again, guys. I don't know what's going on there. Okay, are we good? Is our camera no longer cooking its own guts? No, still very much way too hot. Yeah, and we're on the final stretch of this big idiot, so it'll be nice. This thing's, when you see what this final form is gonna look like. Whew. Yeah, I will say making model kits is a little bit easier just because with model kits, I only shoot a little bit in 4K, and then the actual stream is 1080p. But I figured I'd kill two birds with one stone with this stream and like record transformation footage as well as some like intellect. And the problem there is, you know, my camera's on longer and I record in 4K 60 FPS, and as a result, the camera footage takes longer to film. Camera gets hotter. So there you go. That's kind of the unfortunate thing. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about it? Okay. Fuck it. Let's just let's try it. Let's try our best to finish this up. 2 bars. Let's do it. Definitely gonna have to film it a little bit differently because big boy. 3 bars, perfect. Let's do it. Right, so continuing off of what we were talking about, I already disconnected the wings just to get them out of the way, but now what we gotta do is get all caveman on the arms. Just rip them off. Rip them off like so. We already did that. Now here comes a very bizarre but very interesting part. or what we want to do is rotate the arms around and bring them around like so. Oh, and then we want to turn him around, make sure his arms are perfectly straight. And then we want to turn around and here's a crazy bit. Rotate his tits. Rotated tits. And then this part gets a little bit finicky, so we got to be careful. We want to bring in the head. And it's kind of, and like before, the head is like Blue Cup. You kind of have to connect it in just right. Otherwise, it's going to be a massive pain later. And then what we want to do is rotate the whole assembly around like, hold on, where's, like so, is that right? Oh, no, I misread. Oh, what you actually want to do is just close this up at the front here. Is that a Gerwalk? Does that count? I don't know. And then here's another crazy part. Art. What you want to do is go behind, bring out the feet from below, and connect the feet with the feet. He's got feet built into his feet. And then we want to do the whole rotating the waist around. So a bit like this. Yeah, so that like the more goldeny bit is at the front now. Then what do we want? We want to extend these out. I think I've already extended them though. Yeah, if you look, I already extended them, so we're good. Good. And then we bring in the wheels. We take the arms now. We're gonna rotate these around. And now what we can do is put his fire extinguishers on both sides like so. So that's something I got to give massive props for, especially for this line's first combiner. I love how on the final robot everything has a place, you know. Okay, the feet are all the way down. Now comes the, and let's get also the legs extended out a little bit more. Because next part's going to be a little bit tricky. And I want to get this in. Okay. Oh, there goes the, there goes, okay, so this bit is, I had a lot of trouble with it last time, but there are a lot of different connections you gotta get this clicked into. So there's a bit at the front, there's a bit in here where the fists go and they kind of connect. And you gotta make sure like all the fists are still locked in. Actually, this one went perfect. If you want like a diagram showing you, that's all the bits. So you really gotta just kind of get everything in, and just sort of give them a nice tug a little bit. Make sure they're all connected, safe and sound. But once you do, it's on really tight. And then for these, We're gonna rotate these down. Camera, please. And we're also gonna rotate the guns back for now. And then for the arms, Shaik, you're gonna love this. Let's make sure the arms are the right way. So the arms are, I think, how do they attach? Well, first of all, we need to get this bit on. So you just get that in like that. And then other arm is going to go in like so. Shaik, I think you can see where this is going. Oh, no! No! Oh, I'm edging. I'm fucking edging. Okay, we'll just get... I know. It's not Elgato. It's the camera. It gets too fucking hot. If anyone has any like really good cooling solutions for a camera, for one that, please, I am all ears. Oh God. We're so close. We're so close. Okay. Yeah, it's still too hot. Yeah, we gotta let this guy cool off. So how are you guys doing? Hope you all are doing well. Have you tried buying AC? I do have AC. I do. But it's kind of loud. So, honestly, yeah, that I probably should just turn on the AC. Why don't we do that? Hopefully it's not too loud for you guys. Let's turn it on to... Tell you what, actually. I got to go to the bathroom. Anyways, we're almost there. We almost got this. That's the wrong message. There we go. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Can you hear the AC? Can you hear the AC, guys? I suppose what I could do is turn the fan down a little bit. You can't hear it? Let's see how the camera's doing now. Okay, we're at 3 bars. Let's just keep it on. We're almost done. We're almost done, guys. Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. All right, so now that we gotten that out of the way, next bit, we get the wings. I already have the wings ready to go because, like I said, didn't really want to store these away just because the, I don't want the chrome to get all scuffed up, and you just click it in like so. Oh. And then you get the wings on. And again, you just, which side did they go on? And for the wings, you're gonna extend them out like that, and I believe it's like this. There you go. Oh, and again, expand, extend, click in, and then, oh yeah, oh yeah. One last thing, we need this glorious helmet, and how we're going to attach that is you just disconnect this, and there's a little tabby at the back. You click it in, and you click it in. There you go. Look at that. Oh. Oh my God. I'm going to turn off the AC now. We're good. We're honestly good. Look at this thing. Holy shit. We got to rotate this in. Oh, we gotta rotate. We gotta figure this guy out. Oh, but he's so fucking cool. Oh, almost forgot. Little crotch shield. There we go. Okay, I gotta get this guy figured out in terms of. Oh, he's gonna stand up. Because right now he is incredibly back heavy. Let's see if we can fix this guy. That'll do. Let's just readjust the camera. Oh. Oh my God. This thing's amazing. I think you can also rotate the shield. There you go. There you go. Look at it. Just look at it. What do you need me to say? What do you need me to say? This thing's amazing. Like, okay. The combination really, like, hold on. One more thing, actually. Yeah, you need rotations. Okay, how's he looking? I mean, a little bit. It's too fucking big. All right, there we go. What do you want me to say? Just look at this thing. Look at it. This is one of the most visually impressive combiners. This is annoying me. This is one of the most visually impressive combiners I've ever seen. Like, even beyond, like, you know, the metal Cardbot. This thing just looks fantastic. The color balancing is fantastic. Like, you got, like, so many colors, and yet they feel all complementary. It looks remarkably clean. Like, yeah, you got, like, you know, big-ass backpack, but whatever. You know, I love the design. It's very clearly Omnimon inspired, but that actually works really well. I'm going to set this to 1080p really quick. Just because I'm going to do a lot of rambling and messing with this thing before we get to, you know, other kind of articulation. But like, look at it. Look at it. This thing is incredible. And oh my God. What can I even say? We gotta do some size comparisons, cause like, yeah, we gotta do some size comparisons, especially with some other combiners. Cause he's kind of leaning a little bit. He's kind of leaning. Let's get him a little bit more forward, please. Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna lean this guy forward a little bit more. There you go. That's a little bit better. All right, we got to get some size comparisons in. All right, so I'm gonna do. Let's switch to camera. Let's switch to photography mode for now. Okay, that's better. So, real quick. So, we gotta get and plus this will give our camera a little bit of a chance to cool off. So, combiners. Shoot, I need some combiners. Who's like, let's get a G1 one for now, just for a bit of a laugh. Here he is next to Computron, G1 Computron. Just to give like an idea of G1 perspective, I really like Computron as a set. Let's get a more modern day combiner in. Here he is next to Age of the Primes Superion. I don't have any kind of upgrade kits that are like on him, but we're talking about, I know this guy's like, 5 robots in one, but like, given that in theory this guy's only $100, that is so crazy. Although I still like Superion a lot. It's also a lot more stable, which is good. What other combiners do I have on hand? Actually, this one will be rather fitting. MPG God Jinrai, who I'm willing to bet this guy takes some like references, takes some notes from, which makes sense. It's a good because I think like Jinrai is as good as it gets for like 2 robot combiners. Although mind you, Omega Prime is real that. Why don't we get a type? Oh jeez. Oh yeah, I forgot. I forgot. Unfortunately, MPG Jinrai sometimes likes to just completely self-destruct. I almost forgot about that. I love this set, but it is not the most stable and reliable. I'm gonna say that. Okay, let me get the arm back on. Let's get a Titan in. Let's get a Titan figure in. Let's get Combiner Wars Devastators. So obviously now it is shorter, but I will say, I think quality-wise, I do prefer this to this. I do still like Combiner Wars Devastator, but he's not the most fun to play with. Who else? Oh, wait. Oops. Let's also get, I don't care if it's with the base. Here he is next to Omega Prime. HasLab Omega Prime. Love this set. Although, admittedly, he is also kind of terrifying because even though I did the fix, it's still it's still a scary notion. You gotta repair his the sword, unfortunately. The unfortunate thing about HasLab Omega Prime Sword is that the sword is really cool, but it also is not the best built in the world. Let me repair this back in order. Oh. my Micromasters. And just for a bit of laughs, here he is next to one of the only, he is with a Gundam combiner. Here he is with the high grade Gundam Tron 3. Can we please get a master grade version of this guy, please? He needs it. And finally, let's bring him in with the master grade Gundam the Origin. What a beautiful set. What an amazing thing. All right. So, now comes the part. No Optimus Prime Cybertron for comparison. Well, I guess he's kind of a pain to get out, although you do have him. No, I want to. I have to finish up in a little bit. Now we're gonna do some. Did I leave this running? Yes, I did. I did leave this running. Ugh. Articulation. Let's get some articulation going, because we got to see this guy in action. So let's switch it back to video camera. Ew, I don't want that. There we go. That's better. And we'll switch it back to 4K. All right. Okay, we gotta, we're gonna have to be very weary about doing articulation with this guy just because he's so big. He is so big. He big. Have I mentioned he's huge? All right, so articulation time. The wings at the back can, actually no, they can't, well, actually they can kind of go in and out if you want. I'm sure there's a way to rotate the wings a bit more. You can rotate the tips, at least. Head, oh, and of course you can rotate the guns more. I think there is a way you can get this, there you go. You can rotate the guns a bit more too. The head is on a ball joint and can look around really nicely, and you got some neck tiltage there. The arms, full rotation at the arms, just and his little shoulder pieces can rotate as well. He's got a rotation at the shoulder. I think he can do, he can do a T-pose. You just gotta be very wary. Oh, wait a minute. I just thought of something. If we bend the rules slightly, we might be able, no, I don't think we can. I wanted to see if we could get a butterfly joint going, but no. Oh well. Oh, maybe there is a way you can cheat a butterfly, but to cheat a butterfly, that's a great name for a rap album. Anyhow, there is some rotation at the elbow, but not a lot, only 2 clicks. bit of a bummer there. But as for the arms, you got a claw grip and a ball jointed thumb. No thumbs up, unfortunately. There's no kind of chest crunch or anything. But there is a waist swivel, which when you consider one of the main aspects, one of the main figures for this guy, it doesn't have a waist swivel. That's actually kind of nice that even in combined mode, he has a rotating waist. All right, next, legs. So the legs are almost the exact same as Bluleon. So they got the rotation. You can kind of get that weird anime kind of lean forward in. You got the ratcheted ankle pivot. God, that is loud. And that's kind of it. No rotation at the feet. Well, but there is the same like level. So, whew, wow. I swear, there is a way we can, there has to be a way we can kind of cheat a butterfly. I'm not giving up. Yes, you can kind of get a butterfly in a little bit. Sorry, yeah, you can actually cheat a butterfly in by messing around with it more. It's clearly not intended for that, but oh, you can also get a backwards butterfly in, actually. That's so cool. This is remarkably well articulated for a combiner. I hope you guys were able to see all that. But yeah, it's just, oh, what an amazing set. Oh, this is so fucking good. And, oh, he got a little bit disconnected. No. Yeah, yep, you just gotta remember the connections, guys. There we go. Now he's on. All right, and an important thing also with any combiner is how well attached are they? How solid are the connections? That is pretty impressive. Nice job. Nice job. Oh. Any Cybertron ones will do it since people are comparing. Okay, fair enough. Oh, this is so good. This is so good. Do we want to do the... I think we could... You know what? Yeah, let's... It's going to be a little bit tricky doing the all in the way. We are, gentlemen, I would think we're going to get a little bit of a dab in. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Not like, obviously not the greatest of dab tests ever, but wow. Ah, what a figure. What a figure. What a set. Right. So, I think that'll be it for now. This has been such a phenomenal set. I highly recommend it if you can get it for a decent price. Yes, that is the unfortunate thing with metal Cardbots right now is you can dab and shoot at the same time. Yeah, no, what? That actually is a good point. Let's get him into. Let's get the big lad into shot. Yeah, just what an amazing set. One of, in my opinion, definitely the most like. I still have a massive soft spot for Blast Train just because trains, but it must be said that I think this is definitely one of the most impressive metal Cardbot in terms of engineering. Get it for a decent price, good one. I know. Well, the funny thing is at the price range you can currently buy him at, he's like a masterpiece price, which the funny thing is, even at like masterpiece price, I'd still say he's really impressive and good. If there's any figure that shows you that metal Cardbot is here to stay and here to do some crazy things, it's definitely this one. This is the one that, like, if you somehow weren't sold on metal Cardbots after even after Taki or what's his face, Blast Train, this highly recommend. Go pick it up. I gotta go for now. Have a lovely day, everybody.